Well, good morning. It's been a while since I've done a video from inside Dick the Campervan, so we're going to be getting him ready for going away. So this is some like pre-checks that we're going to do before getting away. It's been about 6 months since we last went away in him, so I think it was October half-term holiday was the last time I went away down to the New Forest. So I need to make sure that everything is all hunky-dory. So we shall crack into doing some jobs on him and showing you what I'm going to be doing with him. So part of getting Dick ready for getting away is we're just giving him a quick clean. I say quick clean, it took me about 2.5 hours to clean him actually, because it was absolutely covered in cack. It's been sat, not moved for probably the past 6 months. So yeah, it's looking a lot better now. The other thing I've just done as well is I've just filled up the cold water tank. We'll put some sterilising solution in it. So what the next thing we're going to do now is going to flush this through the system. We'll put it into the system and let it sit then for about the next 24 hours. Right, before I can start filling up the hot water system, I've got a drain cock down here. I'm not sure how easy it's to see here, but basically you can see my hand here, then I've got a drain cock just there. That was raised up to allow all the water to flow out of it back in when it was winterised. So I'll just flick that back down again now, so that's going to allow me to fill the tank up in a minute. Right, now I need to turn on the pump. Might take a while to let's get some cold water coming through it first. Take a while to come through on. The cold comes through quite quickly. It's going to be the hot that's going to take a while. So what's that? It's cold running in the kitchen. Got the cold running in the bathroom. Going through there, we're airing it. Bit of a jet propelled thing. That's some water going through there then for a minute from out the toilets. Some muck fell out of there as well. Right, let's get the hot water going now. Some scum floating in there. Right, we've got hot and cold water flowing through now. Well, I say hot water, it's not hot water at the moment because we've not got the heater on, but it's basically that system is now all free of air. So because I put the sterilising solution into the underslung water tank, that's now going to sit in the pipes probably for the next 24 hours just to sterilise it all. It'll help sterilise the tanks as well. And then after 24 hours it will then get ran through into the waste tank. And so that, at least that will be sterilised all at the same time. Right, I've just been under the van and turned the underslung gas tank on the valve. So let's see if we've got any rings working and stuff. Let's stick you over here. So there we go. Yeah, it's all running nice. I'll also check the oven and the grill in a minute as well. There we are, we're cooking with gas. Next thing we're going to check is make sure the fridge is working. Let's go down here to the thermostat. You can hear that one on the microphone. That's the fridge compressor now kicked in. To excuse the mess back down here. Yeah, let's check the lights, make sure everything's all working. Cheers there, yep. Yep. Some lights and lights. Check the reading lights. Oops, that's that one working. Oh. Yep, that one's working. And check the bathroom light. There we go, we have a light there. This one down there's working. That one up here's working. Reading lights. And also is my little lamp up here working as well. That's on a touch thing. Where is it? There it is. There we go. That one's working as well. So here we have full light power. Oh, and I kick the trimmer into life. Just run me around this works. There we go, that's it. So that's what it's being picked up on here. That's the heating for the van, and then there's a water heater, so we'll just double check that's going to be working. So that on, off. Let's turn it up. You can kick in on gas. We need some more heat. Just brought me up a fault code. Just remember now we're on. It's set up for working on electric. So let's set it to gas. I forget how quiet this thing is. Yeah, it's definitely running now. I'll check it on the water side as well. Let's go to hot. So yeah, we'll leave that all running for a while and see what we get later on. It's been running for a couple of minutes now. There's some nice warm air coming out of that. And down to here as well. It'll take a while for it to get down to the one at the back. There's one right down by the bed, so it'll probably take 5 or 10 minutes for that one to come through. Right, it's 24 hours later and we're back in the van now. What we're going to do is run the water system through. So it's been sterilising now for 24 hours, so I'm going to empty all that out and then flush a bit of fresh water through it so it's all nice and cleared out. Right, stick the panel back on. Water pump. Right, it's going to run that lot through. Well, I've got the waste tank open at the other end, so at least I don't overfill that. So yeah, we shall run that through for a while. We'll do the same in here as well. So, right, let that run until it's empty. While that's all running through, it gives me the opportunity to stick this bit of trim back up that's come off. Yeah, the bit of trim up here had fell off, so that's that stuck back on. The camper van is never complete. There's always maintenance to do. That's now telling me that the freshwater tank's now empty, so I'm going to put some fresh water into that now and then rinse that through. That's fresh water now, go back into the tank, probably fill it about a quarter full, something like that will do, and then flush that through. That'll probably be enough to come off for the to the first section there, so it's probably just less than a quarter of a tank. So yeah, so just flush this through now. So we've got clear water, or clean water should I say, and not sterilised water. Now in the pipes, I should run it to the cold side, onto the hot side as well. Just clear that through so there's no sterilised water left sat in the tank. I will be draining the hot water tank out in a bit as well anyway, once I finish this. I just had a bleeping while I was just outside, come back in again, and this here now tells me, because it's got a red light above it, that the waste tank is now full, so at least I know that the float on the waste tank, that when it's full, I know then when it's going to be emptied. Make sure that's working still alright. Yeah, waste tank light has now gone out. So there's no wait for it to all flush through, and for this to start bleeping at me to say that that's empty then, and we'll be done. Right, that's the freshwater tank now empty. I'll just keep running it a bit longer just to get the excess out, and then we're then going to drop the water out of the hot water tank. So the cold water tank underneath one is now virtually empty. It's just pulling out the dregs now, so that's just about done. So we shall go back down at the side of the hot water tank now, and we're going to pull this. Basically what that'll do now, that'll just drain out any water out of this hot water tank. So it'll be completely empty again, and then when we do come to go away, I'll then obviously put some fresh water in it then. The other thing to do as well is when you're leaving the van for a period of time is to actually just leave the taps open. So obviously the waste tank, sorry, the hot water tank is draining out at the moment, so just leave that open, and then any other excess water etc. will escape. One of the other things we're going to check is make sure all the windows open correctly. There's no problems with them sticking or anything like that, and maybe that the rubbers need lubricating, that type of thing, but that one should be fine. Let's just release that. And then that one opens all the way up, and then this basically has a clamp just to hold it in whatever position. Check the blinds are working okay, that's fine. That's working all right. We'll do the same for all the other windows. So do a check of the skylights as well. Make sure they're all working correctly. We'll say these vents. They were getting looking a bit grubby, and I see it on one of the other ones as well. It's probably when we were in Sweden and Norway last year. It was really dusty, so I'll get those slid out. These actually slide out. There, you slide them out, give them a clean, and put them back again. The fact that you can get solid versions of these as well, which don't ventilate, but I like to leave the van ventilating all the time. And again, just check the operation of the fly screen and the blind. It's all good. And then we've got two of the most important tests. One is the carbon monoxide sensor, so let's give that a test, make sure that's okay, which it is. That's checked. And then smoke alarm. There we go, that's checked as well. Also, it's nice to see a bit of a nicer, brighter day today, where the solar panels are doing their job of getting the batteries all nicely topped up. The jobs that I'm doing on my camper van are obviously relative to my van itself, but obviously if you've got a big motorhome etc, or a vehicle that hasn't got the sort of stuff in that mine's got, then obviously there may be some different checks that you need to do compared to what I'm doing. But this is just some basic checks that I run every year before going out in the van, just to make sure everything is as it should be. But I mean, I've done one or two other things off screen as well, which is I've checked the electric hookup, make sure that's all working okay. So there's those sort of things to check as well. Well, that's all the interior checks all now completed. I am going to do a service on the outside of the vehicle, but I'll do that as a separate video. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.